good evening, and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Suriname. Suriname has deported 7 Brazilian nationals who are a part of an international criminal organization and discovered hiding in a Dutch-speaking CARICOM country. With this action, Suriname emphasizes that it does not provide shelter to international criminals, the Public Prosecution Service (OM) said in a statement, adding that the men were probably hiding in Suriname for several months after fleeing Brazil. The Brazilian criminals were deported from Suriname on board a Brazilian federal police plane. The OM said that the 7 men were located after intensive coordination and information exchange with the Brazilian Federal Police and after thorough intelligence gathering and investigation by the Judicial Intervention Team. They were arrested on Tuesday evening with the support of the National Army. The OM described them as very hardened criminals suspected of serious crimes including money laundering, smuggling, and other criminal offenses. We tell you now that Prime Minister Philip Davis has announced the closure of schools on some islands in the Bahamas as he urged nationals to be prepared for tropical storm conditions as Hurricane Milton continues to strengthen as it approached the western coast of Florida in the United States. He said because of the heavy flooding which is expected to result from this, after consultation with the Ministry of Education, he is announcing that all schools on those islands will be closed until Friday for in-person teaching. Davis said tropical storms are nothing new for the Bahamas, given that year after year they were told how to prepare. Davis said that as a result there is likely to be extensive flooding and that the Met Office is also advising that from noon on Wednesday, heavy rainfall is also expected on other islands. He said the broadcast alert system has already been activated on all mobile phones in the country and is urging everyone to please pay attention to the alerts and follow the advice given. David said that for the past several months, monthly meetings were held with the disaster risk management team, and compared to what was in the past, the team has greatly enhanced the degree of national preparedness. And now for some international news. Hurricane Milton made landfall on Florida's west coast yesterday, striking a little sooner and further south than forecast, offering a state a glimmer of hope it might be spared the worst of the anticipated catastrophe. The storm made landfall around 8:30 p.m. as a Category 3 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 120 miles per hour. With the storm coming ashore before high tide, Governor Ron DeSantis said he hoped the west coast of Florida could avoid the worst of the predicted storm surge. Forecasters said seawater could rise as high as 13 feet, which is equivalent to 4 meters. DeSantis also expressed hope that Tampa Bay, once seen as the potential bullseye, could avoid major damage and allow shipping to resume promptly after the storm passes. Even so, Milton had already spawned at least 19 tornadoes, causing damage in numerous counties, and destroyed around 125 homes, most of which are mobile homes, DeSantis said. The Hurricane Center labeled it an extremely dangerous storm, capable of deadly storm surge, ferocious winds, and flash flooding across central Florida. No fatalities had been recorded, but people were warned venturing outside could be deadly. The storm was expected to cross the Florida peninsula overnight and emerge into the Atlantic, still with hurricane force on Thursday. Once past Florida, it should weaken over the western Atlantic, possibly dropping below hurricane strength on Thursday night, but will nonetheless pose storm surge danger on the state's Atlantic coast as well. I am KERESE Gonzalez. Thank you for watching.